on Westwood One Sport.
Hey-o! Come on back to BetMGM tonight here on Westwood One Sports. I'm Pat Boyle, and he is PJ Glasser, filling in for Brad Evans all week. And we're brought to you by BetMGM. Make it legendary. Download the app today. Please gamble responsibly. Hour number 4 begins right now. You can watch the show live on YouTube. Just search BetMGM tonight and hit that subscribe button. You can watch the show live on Twitter at BetMGM tonight, and you can listen to the show on the Westwood One Sports app, the Odyssey app, SiriusXM Channel 375, and hundreds of local affiliates throughout North America. You can join the show by calling or texting 310-840-4910. That's 310-840-4910. We've got plenty of scores to give you here on this busy Monday night of Major League Baseball. We're going to get back into some of the NBA play-in games that are happening tomorrow and Wednesday. We still haven't touched on the Clippers and the Warriors, which might be the most interesting game out of the 4 of them. Steph Curry, Kawhi Leonard, legacy's on the line. 2 coaches whose jobs might be on the line. Interesting game to say the least. But we started the show, PJ, with the Masters yesterday, and I want to reset just some of the themes there. Rory McIlroy wins it. An incredible weekend, but a neat disaster. You know, aiming to repeat as Masters champion, looking to get his second green jacket after, Rory won 4 majors in 4 years over a decade ago, and then it took him 11 years to win the Masters. It felt like last year he was never going to win it, right? He was never going to complete the career slam. Then he does it, and he comes back, and he's talking about, I don't feel, I feel loose. I'm not really feeling the pressure. And he played like it the first 2 days. It was 12 under, including the chip-in from 60 yards out on the 17th on Friday. That had me saying, the Masters is over. Give Rory a second green jacket now. It's not even close. And by Saturday, he blew the lead. Sunday, he was up and down. He was 3 strokes back at one point, right near the back 9. And then he birdies 2 straight holes. And he manages the pressure so well down the stretch. He holds off Cam Young, who had a really rough back 9. He holds off Justin Rose. Remember, he beat him in the playoff last year, and Justin Rose kind of had a tough last couple of holes. All these guys trying to catch up to Rory McIlroy, including Scottie Scheffler, who was looking for his 5th major already and was looking for his 3rd Masters. But he got to such a brutal start in the first 2 rounds that even after shooting 7 under on Saturday and then shooting 4 under yesterday, he came up 1 stroke short. And so I don't know if there's any debate here. Rory McIlroy is the greatest golfer of his generation. You know, these guys that are in their early 30s to late 30s. I think he's got the 6 majors. It feels like he's going to be a threat now to maybe rack up a couple of more. I mean, is 10 majors out of the realm of possibility in a game where you can competitively play it until you're 50? I don't think there's a shadow of a doubt that he got the monkey off his back at the Masters. Rory McIlroy could very well touch 10 major championships, and I think it could maybe happen in the next 5 years where he maybe wins once a year because there's really nothing stopping him anymore. He's got the biggest drive, and even when he wasn't accurate, which he wasn't all weekend long, he can still use the power and the short game to get himself on green, and the putt was on fire. For a course that played really pretty firm and fast, Rory McIlroy proved that he was able to conquer it yet again. And, he's entered his name into legendary status now. He joins Nick Faldo, Jack Nicklaus, and Tiger as the only guys to ever back-to-back win at the Masters.
And he joins Jack, Tiger, Hogan, Player, Tom Watson, Sam Seed, and Arnold Palmer as the only golfers since World War II that have won more than 6 majors. So once you get to 6, you're starting to get in a rarefied air. Phil's won 6. Faldo, who you mentioned, has won 6 as well. So, big boy stuff. And he's obviously one of 6 golfers that has won the career Grand Slam as well. I would agree of this generation, kind of this post-Tiger, we all wondered who would be the guy to kind of take the mantle after him. Now, Scotty's only 29 years old. He's got a lot of golf in front of him as long as he's able to stay healthy and keep at this level. He's certainly going to have a chance to get up in that conversation. But yeah, Rory going back-to-back at Augusta, winning that major 2 times. All the greats, it feels like, have won at Augusta multiple times. So for him to cross that off the list, definitely a big accomplishment. And, Pat, I think that's what's getting lost in all of this is that Rory had to wait a decade to win another major. So he won his 4, and then he had to kind of figure out how to win a major again. And last year, that Masters win took so much out of him that it just felt like the rest of the year he was kind of complacent. You know, like he would show up to these tournaments. He talked about how he didn't practice and grind as much as he did leading into that Masters, because it's like when you win the Grand Slam, what really is there to accomplish in golf? I think going into this season, there was a good reset. He skipped those 3 tournaments leading up to the Masters so he could practice at the course, and it obviously paid off for him. And I think now, moving forward throughout the season, the 3 majors he still has left, he's got a great shot at winning a couple more of these, trying to win his 7th, maybe even his 8th major. And him and Scotty are certainly going to be the odds-on favorites. It's crazy to think about, Pat, that on Wednesday night you could have bet Rory 14-1 to win a Masters. And you would have found a lot of people that didn't really like his chances at all. You know, myself included. We were all of the same thought that he got his green jacket last year. He hasn't really been in great form. He hasn't played. He's dealing with a little bit of an injury. No, Rory's kind of happy to be there, but he got off to a great start on Thursday, unbelievable Friday, and then just hung on during the weekend. So I'm really excited to see how he fares the rest of the PGA season, because, Pat, it does feel a little different. It felt like last year was relief, and now this year it's about legacy, right? It's about seeing how many more majors you can get, and you can start creeping up on some of the greatest names that have ever played golf.
Yeah, and look, I mean, Scotty Scheffler is a guy that's standing in, we put this in the beginning of the show. Like, Scotty hadn't really looked like Scotty for the last couple months here, and that's, when you account for the fact that he won 2 majors last year, and it's now straight that he's finished inside the top 10, and we're like, yeah, but Scotty doesn't look like Scotty Scheffler. Like, did we just become spoiled by a 2-year, 3-year run by Scotty Scheffler that now anything other than winning the freaking major tournament is like a failure for him? I don't know. Is that like, do you think that that's something he might start feeling some unnecessary pressure by? I mean, he just had his 2nd kid, so it seems like life is going pretty damn well for him. He's the best golfer in the world. He's making absurd amounts of money, and he didn't have to go to Live Tour to do it. But, again, he got off to such a brutal start, and he said, I left a few out there, on Saturday, in a round where he went 7 under. But, he was even par after the first 2 rounds. So, like, I don't know. Would you be willing, forget what the betting odds say, yes or no, Scotty Scheffler wins another major tournament this year, whether it's the PGA, the U.S. Open, or the Open? Do you think he wins one of the next 3?
I do. I do think he's going to win a major this season. They're at Aronimink for the PGA, which is in Pennsylvania. Then they go to Shinnecock for the U.S. Open. And then the Open Championship, I believe, is at Hoy Lake this year. I could be wrong on that. But, yeah, I mean, Scotty, look, he's trying to defend his Open Championship and his PGA. He's trying to complete the career Grand Slam at the U.S. Open. So obviously a lot of motivation for Scheffler. And coming into the Masters, Pat, he wasn't in that great of form. He had a couple of top 25 finishes, but it was very un-Scotty-like. So I think he found something over the weekend. His ball striking, his iron play started to look Scotty-like again. And I think he's going to be fine. I think he's going to be right back in the mix. I would expect him to win another major. But to answer your initial question, with the tear he's been on the last few years, I think he certainly set the standard for himself that any golf tournament he doesn't win is kind of a disappointment. The odds market would reflect that as well, with how much of a favorite he is in the betting market compared to all these other guys. Now, with Rory's win at Augusta, I would expect that to close the gap in major season, but it's certainly going to be those 2 guys. I think if Scotty doesn't win a major this year, it would definitely be a disappointment. But if you had to make me choose yes or no, I would go yes. I do think Scotty wins at least one of the remaining 3.
In a sport where it is impossible to be as exciting and polarizing and captivating as Tiger Woods, with the winning, the hundreds of infidelities he committed, and even now where Tiger, look, and I'm all joking aside, like hopefully Tiger gets all the help he needs. Obviously he was rolled his car just a couple of weeks ago before the Masters. Hopefully he gets all the help that he needs. But like, think about when he was playing. He had all the infidelities, the affairs, the very public divorce with his wife, and the golf club through the Cadillac or whatever, the beautiful SUV, and then his open battle with the addiction, obviously with painkillers and whatnot, and the multiple surgeries, and then coming back to win the Masters in 2019, and just how iconic the red polo on Sunday. Nobody will ever be as exciting or captivating as Tiger Woods. Like, is it fair to say that Scotty Scheffler is not very captivating? That is Rory McIlroy more exciting? Would you, from a neutral point of view, would you almost be more inclined to see Rory win? Or would you rather, is Scotty Scheffler better or more exciting for golf? Or are they both the same? I don't know. That's something I was thinking about because it feels like these two guys are going to be standing in each other's way to see who can get 10 majors first.
It's a good question. And, that's another thing is Rory really wasn't that animated during the Masters either. So you wonder if the fact that he's won his majors now, it's been 11 years. He won Masters last year. He's won again. He's completed the Grand Slam. You really wonder if you're going to ever see Rory as animated as when he's playing golf in maybe certain moments throughout his career. Scotty is also a very reserved, chill dude. You very rarely ever see him show any emotion, especially any good emotion. If he's ever going to show it, it's going to be frustration over a bad shot. I personally think that it would be better for golf moving forward, I think if Scotty were continue to win just because of the age gap. Again, he's only 29. He needs to win the U.S. Open to complete the career Grand Slam. So even though Rory's more accomplished up to this point, he's got all this momentum. He's, a European golfer, so maybe that little aspect of it as well. I think Scheffler, because of the that he hit recently, and then the arrest that he had to go with it, some of the things that have happened behind the scenes with Scotty that have added to the phenomenon. I think it's probably him. It's a question though. I think it depends on the person, and they're both beloved for sure. I think if you would ask a majority though, who they would maybe rather see dominate the sport for the next 5-6 years, my guess is it would probably be Scotty. I think would be the answer for a majority of people.
I agree. And for me, it's Rory. I don't know. I think seeing somebody that maybe I was at a more young, impressionable age when Rory started winning. I was like 18, 19, 20 when Rory started winning all those tournaments. I thought he wanted to be the next Tiger. I thought 20 major championships was possible. And then just as I'm getting old into my young adult age, and Rory's told that he's got kids, he's got Poppy, who she's really adorable. To see him go 11 years without winning a major tournament and feeling like he was never going to win one, he's never going to conquer demons. Now he does. Now he goes back-to-back at Augusta. I'm almost rooting for him to have this second chapter of his career where he's as dominant as he was when he was 23, 24 years old. I think that would be incredible for the sport. Look, I don't know if anybody's ever going to be as captivating as Sergio Garcia. I mean, what weekend he had.
Yeah.
Smashes his driver, smashes it against a cooler, and gets a code of conduct warning by the Masters chairman, which I didn't even know was a thing. I mean, it's bad enough. Again, this isn't like us going out and playing with our buddies on the course on a Saturday morning. You snap your driver. You just tell your friend, hey, buddy, can I use yours? Or maybe you have an old one, this old rusty one from when you first started golfing. You have a different club that you can just as easily drive with. Sergio Garcia was without a driver for the rest of the round. And on top of it, he gets a code of conduct warning. I'll tell you this much. They'll never let me into the grounds at Augusta National because I do that probably once or twice around. I don't snap my driver. But I'm definitely Happy Gilmore style, smacking the tee box, kicking something. I'll slam the cooler, throw it off the car. I would never be allowed at Augusta National. And Sergio Garcia is somebody that won this tournament, 2017. He looked like the bad boy of golf this weekend, which I thought was funny.
I mean, we're definitely all victims to it. Like you said, Pat, I think anybody that's played golf long enough knows it's a very frustrating sport. Problem is for Sergio, he's a professional. There are a lot of eyes on him, a lot of cameras on him. So, you can't do that at a place like Augusta. But like you said, he kind of turned into the villain this weekend. And there was a story earlier in the week where former Open champion Mark Calcavecchia he was using his phones on the grounds, and they escorted him off the premises for using his phone because, as we know, there's a rule at Augusta, can't use your phones. Doesn't matter who you are. So when I saw that story and then I saw the videos of Sergio surfacing, I was like, I wonder what's going to happen with Sergio, what the discipline is going to be. Are they going to give him a penalty? Is he going to be banned from the tournament for next year or serve a suspension, whatever it may be? But like you said, they gave him a code of conduct. Sergio, look, another one of these live golfers we talked about earlier in the show with Rahm and DeChambeau and how those guys hadn't been able to show up. Sergio won the Masters. He got to play it for life. He's that's just, you don't want to see that kind of stuff at Augusta National. So.
Wait a minute. I completely missed the Mark Calcavecchia thing. You're telling me he got kicked out of the grounds. He got kicked off the golf course because he was using his phone?
I believe so. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Are you kidding? Is that a thing for all fans? Anybody that's on the golf course, you're not allowed to use your phone at Augusta National? Because I got to be honest, now that you mention that, I don't remember, and nowadays everybody wants to record things, and I get it. Like some things, it's just, can you enjoy the moment? But also, some people do like to get it on video so you can enjoy the moment more and more and more over and over again. I understand we're on our phones way too much, but I don't think I ever remember seeing the people with, the crowd, everybody on their phone like this, like look at, as Rory's putting on 18 or whatever. Are you not allowed to use your phone anywhere if you're at the Masters?
No, not at all. Like when you're going through security, if you take out your phone, and you try and see, like they'll tell you go back to your car. Like you are not allowed phones on at all. It's not like you have to silence it or like they can see you have your phone out. You don't even have it on you when you enter the grounds. So Calcavecchio was obviously able to do that because he's an open champion. He's a different entrance, a clubhouse and everything. But I guess when one of the officials, they moved him from the property. And they are very strict about that. I went to the practice round back in 2019 for Augusta. And yeah, man, I mean, they are like, it's a big pat down and like security and all those sorts of things. If you go for a practice round, you're able to bring in a disposable camera. So you can take pictures, of course, that way. If you go Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. If you're there for a tournament, you can't bring any of that. You're only allowed like your phone your wallet, your keys, anything like that. But phone, camera, can't do anything like that during a tournament round.
Are you kidding me? I had no idea. And I like watching golf. I mean, I mostly watch the majors. Like I said, I'm terrible, but I play, a half dozen times a year. I had no idea you are banned from bringing your phone to the Masters or to Augusta National. There you go. There's another reason why I would never be allowed in. I would try to sneak in. I'd get kicked out like a Mark Calcaterra, whatever his name is.
Mark Calcavecchia, there you go. Learn something new every day, right? So any other major, you can bring in your phone. You just have to silence it. You can take as many videos and photos as you want. But at Augusta, you're not able to bring it on the course with you. Which I know is a rule that a lot of people love, and I get it. You want to live in the moment. It's great. Everybody's so present and everything like that. But I don't know. Like, there's just a part of me that when you're there and you're experiencing something like that, like you want to do everything in your power to remember those moments, right? Like, I want to get as many pictures as I can, as many videos as I can. So I see both sides. I know a lot of people love it, but I think I'm almost in the camp as like these golfers are used to people having phones on the course. They deal with it every other tournament that they play. And if there was ever a tournament that people wanted to capture and take photos and videos of, Augusta National would be a course. I see both sides. I know a lot of people think it's cool. But yeah, man, I think like even if you don't want to text, like fine, but just to have it for videos and stuff like that and pictures, I think would be cool. But yeah, man, no phones allowed whatsoever.
Yeah, I guess part of me, the anarchist that I am, I'm like, oh, you're telling me I can't have my phone allowed? I'm not coming. I don't need to go to Augusta National. Screw the Masters. But also at the same time, like I would be the first person that if like I did walk in and I'm not allowed to bring my phone, I would just be I would soak in the moment, right? And again, I try not to use my phone. I try to silence all notifications. I try to be on Do Not Disturb. But also, like, we're addicted to freaking things, man. It's hard not to use it. That when you do find, like, if you're forced not to use your phone, or like, there's been like twice where I've forgotten my phone when I have to go. I don't know, one was to go to the grocery store. The other, I was just going to my sister's for dinner. And when I didn't have my phone, I was like, you know what? Kind of like it. Kind of like not having it because I'm not pressured to just take it out and, check Twitter, check to see what idiot is arguing with me about my latest text or my latest tweet, check the fantasy line, whatever. Like, it's kind of nice when you don't have your phone. So I kind of, kudos to, I guess, National for doing that. I know that once you're on the course and their phone to look at, and you just have to soak in the azaleas and the golf and talk with people, actually communicate. It's probably a pretty good day.
I know we're having some we're chatting in the group chat right now with Brandon and everything. So when I was there, I went with a buddy of mine in 2019, and obviously with no phones, you communicate with any of your friends. So we go to the gift shop, and I get out, and I'm waiting like 10, 15, 20, 30 for him, and I still haven't seen him come out. And I'm like, did he walk without me? Like, is he still in there? So like that part too, when you don't have your phone, it's like if you strayed away from your friend, there's a chance you might not see him the rest of the tournament. So a lot of different things with not being able to use your phone. But yeah, sorry, great to that. I mean, that's like a huge thing with Masters. No phones allowed.
Yeah, home having a pregnant that is due and have to, You might get back to your car and your dad. Sorry, I couldn't be there. Thanks for giving birth. And then comes completely 180. Said in our show chat, when people out that family have to get to the car. What the hell thinks of that? What kind of sick, twisted maniac thinks of that? Well, of course, I'm going to read it. Thank you. Cram it up your cram board. Yeah. Hey, Uncle Mort. Oh, damn, that stinks. So I just watched Rory choke away a 6-stroke lead and then won. So I guess, hey, Uncle Mort. All right, take a short break. You put it on yourself, Combs. Take a short 1-0-8-9. That's 3-1-4-0-49. We have a couple of NBA playoff series that are on. I get it. As a diehard Knicks fan, I am sweating at the prospect of the hottest team in the NBA taking out the New York Knicks. Plus, is this the year that the Denver Nuggets get back to an NBA final? Can they stop OKC? We're going to talk about some of the first-round matchups going back. I'm Apple. He's PJ Glasser in for Brad Evans. This is BetMG tonight on West One Sports.
Eyes to draft a running back? Notre Dame Jeremiah Love may be the best player in the NFL draft, but is he a generational talent worth picking top 5? Westwood One Sports.
Death, sand, salt water, and friends. My moderate to severe plaque psoriasis can take me out of the moment. Now I'm all in with clearer skin thanks to Skyrizi. Rizin is not Rizin. For only 150 milligram injection for adults or candidates for sustainable phototherapy. With Skyrizi, most people saw 9% clear skin, and many were even 100% plaque-free at 4 months. Skyrizi is just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines.
That's Skyrizi. There's nothing on my skin, and that means ask your doctor about Skyrizi, the #1 dermatologist prescribed biologic in psoriasis. Visit Skyrizi.com or call 866-SKYRIZI to learn more.
That days at low savings. Get 15% off all in-stock composite decking from top brands like Trex, TimberTech, and Decorators. Like free tool battery. You buy select through walk tool, that's stacked your bedroom with brands pros trust. Ours lineup is here in Lux. I look forward to our supplies last. Luxembourg location.
At Liberty Mutual, always last. To my insurance, cause I can customize it all for you. Can't come to Liberty Mutual, saving you bucks on days true. Cause they told me the only thing to what I need. Looking for my love, always just me with Liberty.
Get ready, Sim Utah. Spring is right around the corner, and the court specialists at Sport Court are gearing up for their best season yet. Now's the time to lock in your spot schedule. Turn backyard into the ultimate playground. Start with the free design and flow on a triple Sport Court. A pro multi-purpose built for non-stop fun. From the game night to level night, the court specialists bring the game home. Call 435-986-1282. Visit courtsouthernutah.com and your home advantage today.
The Washington City Rotary presents the 5th and Mayor's Cup Golf Tournament. Monday, May 11th at Green Spring Golf Course. Enjoy breakfast, lunch, snacks, and your chance to win big prizes, including lunch with Mayor Creste. Get your 4-person sign up or become a corporate at WashingtonCityRotary.org. WashingtonCityRotary.org. All sheets of Utah Food Bank and Washington City Rotary Club. It's the 5th annual Mayor's Cup Golf Tournament. Monday, May 11th at Green Spring Golf Course.
It's the City of St. George 4th of July celebration. Beach country music superstar Russell Dickerson live in concert at the Greater Zion Stadium at Utah Tech University. Tickets on sale now. Visit iCelebration.com. Brought to you by Intermountain Health, Bentley Hyundai, Minky Couture, Desert Paint Specialist, The Lifetime Store, United We Pledge, Cashback Bank, The Gold Store, Billow Tires, Radiation, The Six Clinic S Hot, SkyWest Airlines, St. George News, and India.
Hey, did you hear he settled?
What? He settled? Are you kidding me?
Yeah, he did.
Oh, poor guy.
In a world full of settling, it's time to break the cycle. If you've been in an accident and your vehicle's damaged, don't settle. Insurance companies love the word settle, including settling on where they want you to get your car fixed. I encourage you, never settle. Remember, you always have shops. Red Rock Collision has been serving Southern Utah for a decade, and we do not settle. From strict quality OEM processes, OEM parts usage, and the most advanced equipment, we are Southern Utah's highest rated and recognized collision repair facility for a reason, because we've always refused to settle. I'm just General Manager for Red Rock Collision St. George. Come see us, see what it means not to settle. Don't let your insurance company tell you you have the choice, and the choice is clear. Red Rock Collision, trusted, top rated, and we're backed by incredible Google reviews. Bring your car to where it's going to be treated right. Red Rock Collision.
My name's Brian Shelley. I'm one of the founding partners at Wentz & Shelley. One of our firm's primary focuses is on semi-truck crashes. If you or a loved one has been involved in a semi-truck crash, please give us a call immediately. We've learned that insurance defense companies get to work immediately on these crashes. It's important that you have representation that can come in and help preserve the evidence that will be critical for you to win your case later on. Give us a call if you've been involved in a crash with a semi-truck, 435-777777.
This is the Fan Sports Network, broadcasting live from the Finlay Hyundai Studio in St. George.
When the game goes live, the conversation turns.
All right, welcome on back. Cleaning out my closet. That's a real throwback. BetMGM tonight, Westwood One Sports. I'm Pat Boyle. He's PJ Glasser filling in for Brad Evans all week. The phone number to join the show is 310-840-4910. You can call and you can text. All right, let's get a scoreboard update here around Major League Baseball and threw it to PJ the last time we got your scoreboard update because he's a big Baltimore Orioles fan. They were down at the time. What a comeback, PJ. Polar Bear, Pete Alonso with the big one, and the O's come back for a W. What happened?
Pat, they were down 7-1, and I believe it was the sixth inning, and then they hit a grand slam, make it 7-6. Pete Alonso then with the go-ahead home run, 8-7, and then they tack on another for a 9-7 win. They were as high as plus 1650. I remember checking the odds when they were down 7-1. So obviously you took a piece of that when the O's were making their comeback. That was a great hit for you, but a really, really good win. The Orioles last year didn't have any wins like this. It feels like whenever they got behind 7-1, 6-2, those kinds of things, they just kind of lay down. So to see them have that kind of fight, Alonso has his biggest moment as an Orioles so far. A really nice win for them, 9-7. So great comeback for the O's. Down by 6, win by 2.
Well, that's what Pete Alonso does, man. He just hits home runs. He wasn't all that clutch last year for the Mets, but he has been many, many times in the past in his career. So I'm glad that you're able to enjoy Pete Alonso coming through in a big moment, and hopefully there's many, many more to come. So that's an incredible. It's down 7-1. You get the Jeremiah Jackson grand slam, the Alonso bomb. That's one comeback that has happened tonight. How about not one, but 2 times that the Angels have erased a multiple deficit lead against the Yankees. And as we just speak, it looks like Aaron Judge just hit his second home run of the ball game to put the Yankees up. Oh, my goodness. As I'm speaking, I was going to say the Yankees were up 4-0. Judge goes deep in the first inning, hits it 456 feet. Then Jose Caballero goes deep. Yankees are up 4-0. 5-game losing streak looks like a thing of the past. And then the Angels in the 4th inning score 4 runs on 2 doubles, a walk, and 2 singles. Then the Yankees grab it back. Trent Grisham hasn't done much this year, but coming off the career year last year, hits a 3-run bomb. And then Mike Trout answers immediately with a 3-run homer. How about the captain, Aaron Judge? 2 jacks tonight, just answered with his second home run of the night, and the Yankees go in front 8-7. And our buddy Monty, our video producer, I think had all of like 70 cents on Aaron Judge to hit 2 home runs tonight. But at 16-1, that's a sweet one. That's a sweet one. Aaron Judge, his second bomb of the night, and the Yankees retake the lead. How about it?
Great hit for Monty, 16-1. Oof. Pat, have you ever hit anything like that in baseball? Have you ever bet a guy to hit 2 home runs, 3 home runs, anything like that? And have they ever come through? Because I don't think I don't really bet a lot of that. You know, I'll bet a guy to hit a home run or hits runs and RBIs, but I'm obviously not as locked in on baseball as Brando and Monty are. Maybe in the postseason, I'll dabble with some crazy stuff like that. But have you ever hit a bet on a dude to hit 2 home runs, 3 home runs, anything like that?
No. And the most I'll do is I'll put like $2 on like a 5-player home run parlay where you're getting like $1,000 back. But and no, never really came close. So no, I normally don't for that reason.
Me and
But
you.
I think Monty
yeah,
just
me and you
turned.
both.
Yeah, Brandon said Monty just turned 50 cents into $8.
There you go.
Hey, it's better than nothing.
70 cents into 11.20. Better than nothing, right?
Which is crazy because, I mean, let's just scale that. You put $7 in, 70 cents into 11.20. So if he put $7 on it, then it would be $112. Like that's, I don't know. Like how does it hit 2 runs in a game? I don't know what, 8, maybe 10 times in a year.
Yeah, if that.
Kind of dumb. If they should be getting a much bigger payout.
Great. It's a Grover night, though, in Major League Baseball. I mean, Phillies, Cubs combined for 20 runs. O's, D-backs 16. Pirates and Nats right now have combined for 21. Angels, Yankees 15. Braves 13. Twins and Red Sox 17. When you see stuff like that, so when you're watching a full day of MLB, when you're watching a full day of NFL, when you're watching a full day of March Madness, whatever it may be, we're like 3/4 through the way, we're 3/4 of the way through the slate, and you have all these overs or all these unders or whatever it may be. Are you more inclined to like look at an unders just for like law of averages? Do you continue to roll for the overs? Do you look at any of that stuff when you just see the slate and all the runs that we've got so far?
No, I just think there's just something in the air tonight. Again, so I don't know, maybe Rangers, A's, in a place where the ball flies, I would expect more runs. But then again, maybe you get, Luis Severino and Nathan Eovaldi. We get a pitcher's duel going in the 7th inning. Or maybe Mets, Dodgers. David Peterson has been struggling. Justin Roblesky is definitely not one of the more household names in the Dodgers starting rotation. And maybe you're expecting a 6-5 game, and maybe we get a 2-1 game. So maybe all of those does play out. But I think more so than anything, it's just crazy variance, right? I mean, the lowest scoring game that we have today is the Guardians leading the Cardinals 6-9. That's only in the bottom of the 6th. So there's still some time for some more run there. It's crazy. I mean, offense score. They must have juiced balls today and today only. Rob Manfred said, "Oh wow, okay, the Masters is over. The NFL draft's not next week. NBA playoffs don't start. Get the play-in tournament tomorrow, but the playoffs don't start to this weekend. Let's juice the balls and have so many runs today it blows people's minds." And we're talking about it. So yeah, it is crazy. It is crazy. And the Cardinals just hit a home run. So there you go. 8 runs in a game is the fewest amount of runs we've had in a game today. That's absurd.
That really is. That really is absurd. And look at some of the pitchers that we've gotten in some of these games today too. Crochet threw for the Red Sox, Skeens threw for the Pirates, Kirby threw for Seattle, Sanchez for the Phillies. So again, I mean, Skeens didn't get rocked or anything, but how many times have we seen Paul Skeens play a game and the Pirates are losing 1-0 in the 7th? The fact they've gotten him 16 runs tonight, pretty crazy. Crochet giving up 9 earned runs in an inning and a third is pretty nuts too. So not only
10 earned runs.
10 earned runs. So not only are you getting all these overs, you got some of the best pitchers in all of baseball that are throwing tonight. It's a pretty wild night of baseball, and hopefully everybody listening out there that's some overs tonight.
Yeah, I mean that is crazy. Crochet got absolutely shellacked. He got shellacked, and the Cubbies, they are now 7-9, and so the L's continue for the Cubs. They lose to the Phillies 13-7. We talked about Judge hitting 2 home runs. How about Schwarber hit 2 home runs for the Phillies? They had a 10. No, where was it? Somebody had a 10-run inning earlier today. But the Phillies scored 8 runs in the 5th and 6th innings combined. And so that was pretty absurd. I think the Pirates had a 10-run inning for Skeens.
Yes.
Imagine how many times they're going to score 10 runs for him across 3 starts combined or 5 starts combined. Today, they put up 10 runs in the 6th inning for Paul Skeens. My goodness, what a day for the offense for baseball. That is crazy.
I kind of think the Pirates are for real, Pat. I really do. I liked what they did a lot in the offseason, trading for Brandon Lowe, going out and getting O'Hearn, getting Ozuna. We know how good that starting pitching staff is. Inexperienced team. And then, having the number 1 overall prospect in Connor Griffin. I know he's struggling a little bit right now, but all signs point to that kid being a superstar in the not so distant future. And we talked about that division being super winnable. The Brewers and Cubs were really good last year, and both are off to a little bit of a slow start. So, this early on in baseball with all the parity that we had, and we were talking about it earlier, so much of it is a guessing game. How many of these teams are peaking too early? How many of these teams are actually for real? How many of them, are going to fade and all that? I kind of think the Pirates are one of those teams that they're going to be in it, man. I really do. That pitching is just too good. So it's all going to be about that offense. And look, it's a big ask for the Pirates. They're one of the cheapest teams, not only in baseball, but in all of sports. So asking them to add at the deadline is indeed a big ask. But with what they did this offseason, and I think the fact that they know that they're probably not going to be able to re-sign Skeens and some of these other guys, like they only kind of have this certain window that they have to go for it. And part of me kind of thinks they're going to be a little bit aggressive. So if you're looking for some of these teams that are off to a hot start that you think maybe you're going to sustain it, I think the Pirates are one of the teams, Pat. I really do. I think they're going to be right in the mix till the end of the NL Central.
Brandon Combs, our producer Combs. Yep. Combs is loving every second you said, because he said the Pirates would be a wild card team this year. They might win the NL Central at the expense of his Chicago Cubbies, but yeah, they're 10-6. And O'Neal Cruz, remember, he was the butt of everybody's joke on opening day, where he basically drops 2 fly balls and costs, Skeens can't even get out of the second inning because of that, or they couldn't get out of the first inning. O'Neal Cruz, I mean, he's the MVP right now of the National League. I mean, that's it. I mean, the guy is hitting .355. He's got an OPS over 1,400. He's got an OPS over 1,400 on the season now. Or maybe I was just looking at the game for today, but I mean, his OPS was over 1,000 going into today, and he ended up having 2 more hits, including, let's see, I think they were both singles. But still, his average is up to .355. He's been remarkable, and he's the StatCast darling, right? Nobody hits the ball harder. Nobody throws the ball faster. Nobody is faster. And so he's still learning out how to play center field, but that lineup. I love the addition of Brandon Lau. They get him from Tampa Bay, who was, typical Rays player, came out of nowhere and was, at OPS of 900 for a couple of years in a row. And then, the numbers went down and it looked like, all right, this guy's at the end of the line. Well, he had a big night tonight, 5 ribbies. He's up nearly over 300. So, you mentioned these additions they made in the offseason. Look, nobody hates Bob Nutting that isn't a Pirates fan more than me, the owner of the Pirates, who refuses to spend money, like you said. But it would be fitting. This is the year they go for it, or at least make a move or two at the deadline, and they're positioned to be a really great team next year, and then we get locked out.
Because, we're all looking for the teams that can beat the Dodgers. And I think most of us would agree the teams that can beat LA are the teams that have elite pitching staffs. Like that's how you have to do it. And I'm not saying if the Pirates played the Dodgers that they would beat them in a playoff series, but man, the upside of that pitching staff, you throw Skeens out there, you throw Bubba Chandler out there, and some of these other arms that they have, like, it's going to be a tough matchup, man, for any team that faces them. And Pat, we remember it as, baseball fans years ago when they were in those NL wildcard games. Remember Johnny Cueto dropping that ball for the Reds when he's on the mound because of the sea of black that you had there at PNC Park. When that team's good, they have an awesome home field advantage. And it's one of those ballparks and places that when you watch it on TV, like, it's got that spooky factor to it. So, just as obviously with somebody who's a fan of the AL team and really no investment in any of the National League teams, it would be cool to see a team like the Pirates have some success. It'd be awesome to see Skeens in the postseason. And I think this year they maybe have a chance to do it. So I think the Pirates are for real, man. I really do.
All right, there you go. PJ Glass is a believer. We know Combs is a believer. I'm a little hesitant, but I can get there. All right, when we come back, we'll talk NBA playoffs. 4 series are already locked in. Which is the most exciting? We'll talk about it when we return. I'm Pat Boyle. He's PJ Glasser in for Brad Evans. This is BetMGM Time at Westwood One Sports.
The NFL Draft is next Thursday, and we'll be backstage talking to the draft picks just minutes after getting selected. The biggest storylines, the news you need to know from your home of the NFL, Westwood One Sports.
O'Reilly. Protect your vehicle's engine with Syntec and O'Reilly Auto Parts. Syntec Full Synthetic Motor Oil is formulated for today's engines. Right now, get 5 quarts of Syntec Full Synthetic and a MicroGuard Select Oil Filter for just $32.99. Limit supply. See store for details. Choose Syntec exclusively at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Doug.
There's nowhere I wouldn't go to help someone customize and save on car insurance with Liberty Mutual, even if it means sitting front row at a comedy show.
Hey everyone, check out this guy and his bird. What is this, your first date?
Oh, we help people customize on car insurance with Liberty Mutual together. We're married. Me to a human, him to a bird.
Yeah, the bird looks like a leg anyways.
Only pay for cheat at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Clones, listen up. Not all beef jerky is the same. In fact, there are major differences in quality from one brand to the next. Old Trapper, a better way to snack. Chock full of good protein to satisfy your manliest hunger cravings. Every bite is better for you and higher in essential protein than chips, sugar-filled energy bars, and candy. Old Trapper, in the Clearview bag, is the world's finest jerky, made with only the best ingredients. So ask for Old Trapper by name, because no other jerky compares. Old Trapper, what's your beef?
Spray pollen is everywhere. If it sits too long on your vehicle, it can stick to the surface and damage your car's paint over time. Don't let buildup dull your shine. Stop by Tidal Wave Auto Spa and wash it away with a top-of-the-line car wash starting at just $15. Our Graph-X or Shine technology helps protect your finish and keep your car looking its best. Plus, enjoy free vacuums, microfiber towels, and interior cleaning spray with every visit. In minutes, you'll be driving away with that clean car happy feeling. Find your nearest location at TidalWaveAutospa.com.
Spring is here at St. George, and it's the perfect time to protect your ride at St. George Tint Shop. They specialize in professional window tint that blocks heat, glare, and UV rays. And spring is a great time to get your car's side-by-sides and boats dialed in. They also offer paint protection film backed by a 10-year warranty to guard against rock chips and road damage. Plus, right now, get 4 free Fabulous Freddy's car washes with any tint job. Just mention this ad. Call or text 435-704-8657 or visit stgeorgetintshop.com.
Do you have swirls and scratches on your vehicle? Is your car looking rough after years in the hot southern Utah sun? It's time for a reset. Spring cleaning for your ride starts with Color Country Custom Coatings. JC is one of the top installers in the nation right here in southern Utah. New car, lock in that fresh from the last shine. Used car, JC can make look brand new again. Cars, trucks, boats, motorcycles, side-by-sides. If it moves, JC makes it shine. Right now, with any exterior ceramic coating, JC will treat your interior for free. Visit ColorCountryCustomCoatings.com.
Building or looking to upgrade your home? Appliance Wholesalers Plus has got you. At Appliance Wholesalers Plus, we'll find unbeatable deals on top quality appliances, including GE products you know and trust. From sleek kitchen packages to powerful laundry setups, they sell GE products that deliver performance and style without the big box price tag. AWP, that's where the smart shoppers go. Local service, wholesale pricing, premium brands. Shop online anytime at ApplianceWholesalersPlus.com or see the boys that sell GE at AWP across the freeway from the Bloomington Walmart.
Looking for the best Thai food in town, and it's time to experience Benja's Thai and Sushi. Starting things off with their famous firecracker shrimp. 12 perfectly battered shrimp tossed in a bold, flavorful firecracker sauce for just $15.95. Or warm up with a rich and comforting tom kha gai soup. Craving sushi? Dive into fan favorites like the Bangkok roll, the Las Vegas roll, or fresh sashimi featuring your favorite fish. And for the main event, indulge in irresistible entrees like classic pad thai, savory drunken noodles, creamy yellow curry, or flavorful fried rice, and so much more. Locals know when it comes to incredible Thai food, Benja's is the place to be. Visit them in Ancestor Square or across from the Red Cliffs Mall in the Eastridge Shopping Center. Benja's Thai and Sushi. I recommend you come to Benja's.
I recommend you come get some Benja's. I recommend you come down to Benja's. I recommend you come down to Benja's.
Choose the right clothing, choose the right fit.
This is Dave with Adrian's, the suit store. Adrian's always has great suits for your weddings, missions, or your special events. Suits start as low as $189 and basic alterations are free. Adrian's has belts, ties, shirts, or any accessory you might need. Adrian's, the suit store across from the mall.
Choose the right clothing, choose the right fit. You need it, we got it.
You're listening to the Fan Sports Network. Find us online at thefansportsnetwork.com or download the mobile app to listen anywhere, anytime.
Late games, loud opinions, and money time moments. BetMGM tonight rolls on.
Welcome Welcome back. BetMGM tonight, Westwood One Sports. I'm Pat Boyle. He's PJ Glasser filling in for Brad Evans all week. The phone number to join the show is 310-840-4910. All right, we'll get you another scoreboard update on a wild offensive explosion-filled fireworks night in baseball. We'll get you a scoreboard update again in a little bit. We got hot or cold coming up at the top of the hour. That's going to be a tremendous hot or cold tonight. But PJ, let's get into some of these NBA playoff series here. We talked about some of the play-in games going down tomorrow and Wednesday, but we do have 4 series that are locked and loaded. In the Eastern Conference, the 4 versus the 5 is the Cavaliers versus the Raptors. The 3 versus the 6 is my New York Knicks versus the Hawks. In the West, 4 versus the 5, Lakers versus the Rockets, and still waiting to find out some recent news on Luka Doncic and Austin Reeves, although they look like they'll both be unavailable for most, if not all, of that first round series for the Lakers. And then the 3 versus the 6, Nuggets and the T-Wolves. Which of these 4 first and why?
Man, it's a good question. I think personally the one I'm most looking forward to is probably it's either the Lakers, Rockets, or Nuggets, Wolves, I would say. I think the Lakers, Rockets one is intriguing because of the injuries and how the Lakers are going to overcome that. I mean, Pat, you already look at the spread for game 1. Game is in Los Angeles. Rockets are a 5.5-point favorite. So the injuries with the Lakers, how they're going to combat that, how that series might look as we progress moving forward, I think is going to be very interesting. And then Nuggets and T-Wolves, just the history between those two teams, even though the T-Wolves roster is a little bit different in years past, we know that the Wolves have really built that roster to go up against Denver, and certainly with Gobert and Anthony Edwards. And the Nuggets, the way that they're playing, man, I mean, they're not losing anymore. They have the best offense in the NBA. They're the best three-point shooting team in the NBA. Jokic has been awesome. Murray's been incredible too. So those 2 series I'm very intrigued by. Denver, Minnesota, and then the Lakers and the Rockets, man, because I just want to see really what both teams look like. Houston made the trade for Durant for this time of the year so that they could get over the hump and challenge OKC, some of the top teams in the West. But then the Lakers, I mean, dealing with injuries and Reeves and Luka and what they're going to look like and how that series, are the Lakers able to maybe make it a deep enough series so that they can find a way to get past Houston in the first round matchup?
Yeah, I mean, look, for me, I'm a little bit biased here because I'm a diehard Knicks fan. And I mean, look, even I think from a neutral standpoint, this is a dangerous series here that the Knicks find themselves in as the 3 seed. Expectations to get to the NBA Finals at the beginning of the year, thinking that Boston was going to have a down year without Tatum. He comes back. They're the 2 seed. The Pistons have looked unstoppable, even despite Cade Cunningham going down with the collapsed left lung. And that leaves the Knicks as the 3 seed. And all of a sudden, going into the final days of the season, I'm like, all right, it's either going to be the Magic who have sputtered. It's going to be the Raptors who the Knicks completely own. All of a sudden, no, here come the Atlanta Hawks who are, 20-5 here in their last 25 games. They trade away that loser Trae Young. They get rid of Porzingis. C.J. McCollum, he's basically aging in reverse. And Nickeil Alexander-Walker is going to win Most Improved Player. So, the Knicks, they're in a dangerous spot here, man. This is a very, very tough series for them. I am going to be on pins and needles every game because Atlanta, with Jalen Johnson leading the way, this is his team now. Their offense is running like a well-oiled machine. They play great defense. You can't just attack Trae Young all the time. But from a neutral standpoint, if it's not Knicks Hawks, it is Nuggets T-Wolves. It's Jokic and Ant-Man. It's the Denver Nuggets, who are the NBA champions from a couple of years ago. This could legitimately be a Western Conference Finals series. And I know that's tough to say when you got OKC as the number 1 seed, but just the star power on these 2 teams for me, Jamal Murray and Jokic with this Nuggets team that was injured for so long of the season. Now they're healthy and surprise, surprise, they've won 12 games in a row to end the season. And meanwhile, Minnesota's coming into this kind of limping, right? Anthony Edwards has missed 11 of the last 14 games. Nas Reed, their 6th man, he can't hit water if he fell out of a boat shooting the ball right now. So Denver goes in hugely with an advantage here with how well they've played, how healthy they are. There's question marks about Minnesota, but also they've known they're the 6th seed for the last week. So they're kind of just sitting on it right now. And then does Anthony Edwards, was it just an extended load management? Is he just going to come out of the gate here firing and proving that maybe he is the next face of the league? that first-round series for me, Denver, Minnesota, is not only going to be huge on its own, but also, PJ, I've said it for weeks, Combs is a big believer in the Spurs this year, so he disagrees. But I think whether it's the T-Wolves or it's the Nuggets, whoever wins that series is knocking out the San Antonio Spurs. Because I don't think Wemby and San Antonio have what it takes to last a deep, deep run here in the playoffs. All right, we'll take a short break. When we come back, we'll hit hot or cold to start hour number 5. This is BetMGM Tonight here on Westwood One Sports.
This is Westwood One Sports.
At Fisher Investments, we may seem like other money managers, but we're different.
Are you really that different than the rest of us?
We are. As a fiduciary, we always focus on what's best for our clients.
What services do you offer besides investing?
We have a team of specialists in financial planning, estate planning, and more.
Your clients rely on you for all that?
Yes, we ensure clients receive unparalleled service at every step of the relationship.
Okay, but you still sell commission-based products, right?
No, because we believe it's conflict of interest. We prioritize service over sales goals.
So, then how do your fees work?
We have a simple and transparent fee. It's a percentage of our clients' portfolios. So we do better when our clients do better.
Wow, we're more different than I thought.
At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different. Learn more at FisherInvestments.com. Investing in securities laws, those laws.
St. George, get your spoons ready. Handel's Homemade Ice Cream is now open at our brand new Sweet Spot location, 1543 South River Road, right next to the new Sprout store. Enjoy more indoor seating, a sunny outdoor patio, and 48 plus flavors made fresh daily. Try our new spring flavors. Grab a cone, sundae, or shake. And don't miss Not Your Average Dough. It's back. Planning a party? Handel's can cater your next event, too. Handel's Homemade Ice Cream, your sweet spot on River Road.
Partners at Swenson & Shelley. One of our firm's primary focuses is on traumatic brain injury cases. These cases can involve concussions up to more severe traumatic brain injuries. If you have sustained a traumatic brain injury in a car crash, please give us a call. We can help you get in touch with a medical team that can help you with financial recovery. Call Swenson & Shelley Injury Attorneys at 435-767-7777.
Southern Utah, stand by for details on how much it costs to borrow $1,000 from Dollar Loan Center.
WPRO.com, WPRO.com, Dollar Loan Center.
Offer signature loans up to $5,000 in minutes, and you don't need great credit or collateral. No checking account required, no application fees, and you only pay interest for time you have the loan out. So if you need $1,000, it'll only cost you $7.56 per day. You can keep it out for a week, a month, a year. That's up to you. For new customers, the first week's interest is even on us. Give deals a shot. You'll be glad you did. Stop by in Cedar City, St. George, or St. George Boulevard, even Skeet. You can also get to $5,000 in minutes at don'tbebroke.com and save the drive.
Miracles occur every day for sick children in our community.
I have chronic granulomatous disease, which is an immune deficiency disease,
a brain tumor. But they need your help to keep those miracles happening.
leukemia.
Hi, I'm Freddie. Support courageous children battling life-threatening illness and become a miracle maker today. Learn more and donate at cmnhospitals.org. Thank you.
Your local sports talk radio station is the Fan Sports Network. Get updates and insight into your favorite teams. The Las Vegas Raiders and Denver Broncos. The Vegas Golden Knights, Utah Mammoth, and the Utah Jazz. Plus your favorite college teams. University of Utah, BYU, Utah Tech, and beyond. And the Fan is bringing you the most extensive high school coverage in Southern Utah. 99.5 and 95.3 FM. The Fan Sports Network. Visit thefansportsnetwork.com.
The Fan Sports Network. KAZZAM. Power 1. KONY HD3 St. George.
Canyon Media. Here for you. The day shuts down. The games light up. This is BetMGM Tonight.